with this at the moment. I've just deposited 18. I'm gonna wait until something happens, which has just happened now. Hopefully, we'll see some sort of sync going on here now. There hasn't been anything off this one for a while. So I'm just going to cover myself with the free and the Santa and then go for those side bets. Hopefully we'll get something. Wait and see. No. Possibly. See, he's a blue player there. And there's been two players in sync. So obviously I covered myself in that respect. That's a win. Yes, that's a given. Or a gibbon. Uh, so it's whether we try again. I think I might just to give it a go because we got a blue win there. They have been going up into sync. Hopefully, I'll just get a straightforward win. That would be done. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's 21, 12. I may. I've just left it as it is. Didn't really think that fast there, did I? So that's 21.3. Hopefully we'll get someone else off this. Oh my god, it's done it again on that one as well. They're totally like syncing up. If only this notepad was a little bit better to use. Okay. Hopefully I get a win off this as well. Yes. Well, well, well. Was a small amount of money. Alright, so I gotta restart that one. We've recorded that. So I just restart that blue one then as well, because I'm not putting any money on it. So that was a win as well, which is quite surprising. I was not expecting that. So hello, YouTubians. How are you? This is my attempts to win money using the sync technique of the blue and the brown. That's what I'm trying to do. So, well, I'm gonna let's have a quick look. Is that anything going on there? No, that's just a straightforward win. Be interesting to see. That's players come up again on that one as well. This is just continual side bets. How can I be down two? Oh, I lost the previous 8, didn't I? So what am I up at the moment? I put 18 down on the deposit, and I'm up by 6, I think. I can't read it. Let's blow it up. I'm up by 6 on that. So the £8 profit I made last night didn't happen. So I'm looking to see if I can make some money off any of this now. I'm wondering now at this point. Okay, we'll give that a go because we've got a loss there, two losses there. I'm wondering. Well, there was a win there, wasn't there? So I'll put that in as well. Well, that was not very smart, was it? Seems to be coming up more blue than the other ones, isn't it? I don't like this. How can that be coming up like that? That's an absolute monster. Oof. Do I try again? I'll try again. This guy's dishing out absolute pig, horrible cards in between. Where before it was winning before, this one's just dishing out absolute shockers. What am I down to? 12. I think I put the extra one on, I can't see. Blue seems to be going a bit mental, doesn't it? Oh my god. Says 3 losses in a row. Blimey, you're irritating the hell out of me. Oh yeah, look down at the cards. Um, let's go a bit reckless now. The speed has been done as well. So let's go that. I want to win. I think there'll be a win because you've got 3 losses. Yes, so we captured that. So this is a case of what I don't like to do. It would have been nice to have a little bit more off that one, to be honest with you. Okay, we got a win as well, so that's the reason why I plumped it up. Ooh, we got that as well. So what are we up to now? Because I knew it was coming. What are we up to now? 27. Okay, so we're up £9. £9, but the session is only £1. It was a bit risky actually, the amount I put on that one, but it worked because it felt like it was due. It was due. God damn it. Pulled myself out of the britches with that one. So I'm £9 up in terms of my deposit anyway. Ooh, look at my God, look at that. I probably should be flipping over to the blue table around this time. But I'm just trying to capture that cashback one. Oof, that was a win. Principle of why I just did what I did. Because I just thought you could see up there, look, you got the blue, 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 and then the dealer. Then you got like this little clump, and eventually that brown would come up off those blue wins. There wasn't anything to really match those blues. So thus the sink. Therefore, I kept putting it down. It was just unfortunate. There was a couple of losses, but £9 up again. So now I got to show a bit of patience and hope that the blue and the brown will go. Look at this dealer on the blue table, by the way. What an absolute peach. What an absolute little angel she is. She's very nice. Very slicked hair. But I'm trying not to get distracted by dealers. Because obviously that's why they've been put in place, aren't they? To distract us from our focus. Um, okay. Um, yeah. So I'm just going to do one more win, see if it's in sync again. I think my last video was about 40 minutes long, which, let's be honest, was a bit boring. Um, it's not going to get good engagement either, so I'm just trying to figure out a way of just getting some quick, easy wins. Try and show how easy it is. There's another win, isn't it? And when I say win, I mean, as I said in the previous video, it's all to do with side bets. That's all I'm looking for now. Hopefully you're at least enjoying the pleasures of this particular dealer. There was a better one that came on before. She had a really good deck of cards, very distracting, and it lured me in, and I made a few kind of bad decisions then because of that. Okay. So then at the moment, you can see there's nothing much happening between the two tables. What I'm going to try and do is just capture the next one that happens. I'm really not sure about this blue one, this brown table though, because I've had a couple of wins off that though, haven't I? Yeah, you've seen lately. See, there's a few wins, and it will go into loss now. Yeah, it should do. And I'm just wondering if there's a sequence between the two, but it doesn't really matter. Again, it's just about focusing in on these side bets, these three side bets there. So that's what I'm doing now. It's just waiting, biding my time, and see what happens. To make a little profit again would be quite helpful. Um, Again, nothing happening there. It's going to be a little gap again, isn't it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and this will go into the fifth. Now, after that, you do wonder the sequence gap there. If I was a brave man, I'd put it down now. But I've seen no trigger from blue, so I'm going to leave it for now because there's no indication that that side bet will come up. But should I put it down? No. It might be the one after. These are a little bit barren, aren't they? So I'm 9 up at the moment. My session is 1, but that's only because I had an 8 on there from the previous profit I made last night. So I had £15 profit. Um, and I left 8 in. I couldn't turn it over from an 8. So that's my biggest dilemma at the moment is how much I got to put down into the account, allowing for losses to then make a profit. £8 not enough, unfortunately. So it means that that's why I've had to make a deposit again. But I've made profit, so that's the whole point of it, isn't it? That's a win. Let's go down a few more. That's like 6 now, isn't it? If you look at the numbers there, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6. 6 times that's nothing's come up. I'm still waiting for blue to trigger it. There could be a double blue as well, as in the double 2 games where blue comes up with side bets. I'm gonna have to, because of the gap, I feel the moment blue comes up with a side bet, then I put it down. These might be barren sort of times as well in terms of it's 20 to 9 or 8:40. Doesn't seem like much is happening, to be honest with you. There was like about 10 minutes before we started, I started just watching it. That's why I jumped in because I thought there'd be more. But it's kind of calmed down a bit. It's weird how side bets kind of explode with certain dealers perhaps as well. But then they just go a bit lame then after. It's difficult to really know. I'm thinking I might have maxed out in terms of my profit now. I'm just putting the blue back on now. It's been a little bit annoying. Keeps wanting me to refresh. Obviously, like I said before, the moment I start making some money off this channel, then I'll start putting whatever money I make then into what I'm playing, which will make it a hell of a lot more exciting. I could really test my ideas and my hypothesis to see if I'm actually right about what's happening. I feel like I am. So that was a loss. I feel I think a lot of this is just about timing, and that's the luck side of it, isn't it? It's just knowing when to play the game. Like you play during the day, you probably get nothing. What you want is a long streak of where it really happens. You get lots and lots and lots of side bets. Um, so yeah, this is strange actually. It's been going on for ages. That's the reason why I've just hung on to the money. Got £9 profit, um, which is quite good actually, because I had the double, didn't I? The 23 and the dealer as well, which I think was that one actually. Thinking about it, if I was going to tidy things up, I presume that was a win because there's a little green thingies going up. It doesn't really matter to be honest in terms of what we're doing. A lesser man would have tried to put some money on some of this. But look at that. It's like going on for ages now. I presume I just wait until blue comes up with a side bet. This is the patient game that we've been thinking about. So yeah, just keep waiting, anticipating for the inevitable. Oh wow, so I haven't played that long. I've got to refresh this. How do I do this quickly? Blue's not dishing out anything, is it? She looks a bit blue. She doesn't want to be there. Poor lady. Right. See, nothing there either. It's crazy how dry this has got. It was pumping out side bets before. That's the reason why I jumped in. But now it seems to have really tapered down. So hopefully we'll see something exciting. Because otherwise, my whole principle of what I'm doing at the moment will not be that exciting. You're just watching a man watch. Oh, oh, oh. Well, we got there, so that's a win. What you reckon? There hasn't been anything for ages, and now we got one. I don't think there'll be a win, so that's the reason why I'm being a bit reluctant in terms of putting down a full cover on there. But there could also be a double blue as well. Okay, we got 20, so I'll break something out of that at least. Um, do we get a double on that one? Possibly not, actually. I don't think there will be. There's a good chance you'll see a double side bet on the blue, which has been happening quite frequently, weirdly. Oh, so there's nothing. I should have a win on this one, to be honest with you. Very clever. Okay, that's bored everyone to death. Let's put another one on. Nothing there. Is this an isolated blue? Is this an isolated blue? Brown would be, that would be very poor. It looks like it might be. Holy gamoly. 21, what was it, £3? Yeah, not much money. £3 now. So there's a win there. Do we get anything off that? No, it's just an isolated one, which is just so strange because you would not expect an isolated blue on its own. Wow, it's a loss as well. Well, that ain't no good. Let's just try one more time. I'll try and get a win off this as well, because I need to boost it up by a certain amount anyway. He's pulling at absolute shockers, to be honest with you. I think this might be a case of where I might as well just give up on this because the timing's wrong. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be happening. Probably should have quit when I was ahead. Yeah, so we got a win out of that, so I've recovered something. 22. I just can't believe there's no 2-1. Alright, I'm just gonna put that down there. Look, there's 2 wins there, 3 there, 1. So it's definitely a loss. I'm just wondering, will we see a side? No, nothing. That's just crazy. Maybe this brown has reached its limit. So have I. Yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to be bothered doing this because it's not the time I usually do it. Oh, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, thank you very much. Proves my game is correct. I just hung on in there. It took a hell of a lot to kind of get to there. Oh, nice. So how much should I make? £18. There we go. So I hung on in there. To get to that point, though, was very much a bit of a hassle. But I've made a tasty £18 profit. I previously put in, I withdrew 5 from the previous session as well. So do you know what? I'm going to quit whilst I'm ahead. I was not expecting that last one. I was hoping it would happen. I was not expecting it. It was a 25 to 1. But I felt like you got an isolated blue side bet on its own. You'd expect eventually that to come in. There's nothing following up on that either. But I just persist with it because you think it's eventually going to come in, which it did do. Now, I'm just wondering whether I be a greedy individual and actually go again. Whew. I might just lay that down. I'm just curious, wondering if there'll be a repeat. That'd be awesome if it would be. But if not, it's not the end of the world. I've taken that risk, and it doesn't look like it will be. So I'm going to take my money and run now, I think. I've taken that chance. I was hoping there'll be a one where following on from one side, it'll trigger gap one, a second one, but it didn't appear to happen, to be honest with you. A simple win would be sufficient. Ooh, there we go. Will it be? No, wow. It was determined to make me lose that one, wasn't it? Right, how much money have I made? 14. Do I take my own advice and just leave it? I think I might. Let's have a look. With this one, 8. Nothing there. Man, this is dry, but I've made a small amount of money, so that's 14. Let's have a quick look actually. I put £18 in, so I've made 22 in terms of pure profit. £22 pure profit because I captured that 25 to 1. I mean, that's kind of how it works. That's the element of risk. Oop, excuse me. So that's the element of risk that you take. I'm wondering whether to hang on in there. I tell you what, one of my ideas is that you've had a big win and then you try and deter people. You try and lure them in then to try and get them because you spent out on that dealer, haven't you? That's the way it works, the system. And then you got a couple of losses then to grab it all back. Maybe a third X, a third loss. Oh my God, these cards are absolutely shocking, aren't they? Do you know what? I'm going to leave it as that. You've seen me make money. I'm going to do what all good gamblers should do and quit whilst I am ahead. I've made a nice hit, a nice dealer. I had to wait for it from the blue. If you look on the little notepad, you can see here that blue that took a bit of patience to come in, and nothing else is coming in now either. So wow, she's really cute. But yeah, so I've made money, and that's the whole reason why we're here, isn't it? To make a bit of profit. A nice conclusion to our story for tonight, and that didn't take as long as last night either. So, bit of money, I'll put that back in my account, and we shall start all over again.